First move for these guys was putting an investment bond in place to drive passive income. That created an $8,500 annual benefit. At the same time, they diversified their existing investments, which were super concentrated and meant that there was big ups and downs. The benefit of that one, a little bit unclear, but likely to be significant over time. Certainly from a peace of mind perspective, it's massive. They took out some debt to purchase a new investment property. That created a tax benefit of $14,800, but then a property gearing benefit from the asset itself, $22,200 a year. And they ditched an underperforming employer, set up super fund, which created a fee saving of $4,000 a year. Now, this couple were hitting their peak earning capacity. They didn't have kids, and their big goal was to set themselves up to be able to retire ASAP and travel the world. It all seemed like a pipe dream, but with the strategies in place, they created tens of thousands of dollars of upside, which seriously accelerated their progress and made it possible a whole lot sooner. So these guys were in their early 40s. Their household income was $370,000. They were saving just over $100K a year, so at a super solid rate. Getting into the key strategies for these guys, there are a couple of things there. The first was selling out of these non-diversified investments. Now, these clients both worked in tech, their shares were also in tech, and they were riding the wave. They'd got some benefits from that, but they had been periods where tech was underperforming and it was super stressful as a result, plus the actual investment results sucked. They decided to follow a more diversified approach to their investing, and to do that under an investment bond because they had a clear time frame for their ability to retire. Using an investment bond meant that they were paying less tax on the investment income generated as of immediately, but because they were going to hold the investments for longer than 10 years, it meant that they weren't going to pay any capital gains tax on those investments through the investment bond, which created an even bigger tax saving in the future. Their cash flow was quite strong and their tax rates were pretty high, so buying an investment property was a bit of a no-brainer for them. It allowed them to get some tax savings, also get some upside on the property itself, and again, accelerate their progress towards their goal of retiring early. Now, these guys thought that they were doing all of the right things. They'd done a bunch of research online, and they were pretty switched on with this stuff, but after going through this planning process, they realized that they were missing a serious trick. The savings, almost 50 grand a year, and they got this in place eventually, but if they'd pulled the trigger sooner, they would have been even further ahead.